What's up guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel Xman & Co. Today we're making something beautiful, brilliant, delicious. You're gonna love it. We're doing Osso Bucco. It's Italian for bone in a hole. Osso is the bone, bucco is the hole. Basically it's the forearm of the animal. It's the beef shank. Cut in beautiful discs, therefore the bone, the marrow, Osso Bucco. Guys, it's gonna be a brilliant dish. We're going to add some food twists that we have in our pockets. We're going to share with you guys. And we're also going to make some polenta. It's going to be a great dish. Stick around. The shin is a highly worked muscle supported by high levels of connective tissue. And therefore, guys, it needs to be low and slow. You really want to get this cut of meat tender and beautiful. So we're going to do it low and slow. Add some twists. Let's do it. As always, all our ingredients will be listed below for you guys to go check out after the video, during the video. But for now, let me just introduce you guys to a few of our ingredients. We've got a beer here. You could use a dark beer. We've got some mushrooms, soy sauce. We've got some garlic here. We're going to do something beautiful with the garlic. You're going to see just now. Red jalapeno. We've got some parsley here, onion. We've got some celery. We've also got some carrots here. We've got some tomato paste, polenta, and then some bone beef broth. Guys, the star of the show is right here in front of me, and that's our beef shank, Osso Bucco. Let's do this. For this dish, we need to prep a few vegetables, so let's get that underway. We're going to use yellow onion. We're using 1 onion. You could use 2 if you want to. We want to cut it into cubes. There's a few ways of doing this. We're going to cut it down the middle and then just chop it up from the side. Next, you want to move over to your celery. So we're going to use 3 today. You could use more. Some guys like more celery in the dish. There's no issue with that at all. Then we're going to move over to our carrot. Our carrots we're going to half and half again. Basically we're making quarters, and then we're going to make small cubes. You want to try and keep all of your vegetable ingredients the same size, so that's what we're aiming for. Then we love a little bit of spiciness, and therefore we're going to add some of our red jalapenos today. We've got some parsley here. We're going to use it right at the end, so we're also going to chop that up. You can make it as fine as you want. Guys, it's all about what you want to do. You're making your own dish here today, and it's going to be brilliant. We want to introduce a beautiful roasted garlic. So what we're going to do, we're going to cut 1/3 off the top. Just get rid of all those extra bits. Then we want to use a double-sided foil. Basically, you just fold it double, put your garlic house on top of that, add some olive oil, then sprinkle some salt and pepper on that. That's really going to open up all the flavors. You want to close this packet. We're going to fold it in half and then close the sides. Look at this. This is going to be beautiful. We're going to introduce this a little bit later to the dish. Right, guys, we've got our shanks here. 3 pieces, nice and thick. What we want to do is add some salt and pepper, so let's go ahead and do that. There you go. Don't be shy, be liberal. There you go. It's going to be brilliant. It's going to add to the flavor. You want to turn them over and then do the same on the other side. There you go. You can hear the fire crackling at the back. I wonder if you guys can hear that. Pat it in quite nicely. There you go. You can also grab it and add to the sides. Make sure that that gets a little bit of salt and pepper. The more the merrier. All of this is going to add to the flavor, so it's no issue at all. We want to dip these shanks into flour, so let's just go ahead, do that. Make sure the sides are covered. There you go, beautiful. Go ahead, do that to all 3 of them. This is definitely going to add to the flavor. It's also going to help thickening the sauce. There you go. Then guys, these 3 shanks are ready for the skillet. Let's hop over and sear them. You can hear that sizzling sound. That's exactly what we're after. That sounds delicious already. We're using olive oil here today. We're just going to put our shanks inside of the olive oil. Make sure we do about 2 minutes aside. We don't want to cook it. We just want to make sure that it's nice and brown. About 2 minutes, we're going to flop them over. Do the same to all 3. You just want that beautiful brown crust on the outside. Something that we missed earlier on, you want to use some string, butcher's twine, just to make sure that your shank is nicely snug. If you don't do that, it's not the end of the world. We're going to do that now. Might be a little bit too late, but guys, it's going to be a beautiful dish. So basically what you want to do is just go in the middle. Preferably try to do this before you put it in the skillet, and then just get it snug, close to each other to keep everything together. There you go, just like that. We're going to use the same skillet, Dutch oven. We're going to add some olive oil again. Be generous with your olive oil. Heat that up a little bit before we add the onions. Next, your celery. We're going to add our carrots as well. Red jalapenos. Some whole mushrooms. You want to stir all of that together. We're just going to do this for about 2 to 3 minutes, guys. Nothing long. Remember, we're going to do it low and slow. We just want to get all those flavors together. Just sear it a little bit if that's a thing. Make a little space there in the middle. We're going to add some crushed garlic. We're just going to let that simmer a little bit there, get those flavors to pop a little bit before we mix everything together. It's really smelling delicious. The aromas from this dish so far is out of this world. Next, you want to add some tomato paste. Mix all of that together. Let it mingle, talk in that Dutch oven. Let them become friends. We're going to enjoy this dish so much. It's been about 2 minutes. We're just going to give it another minute and a half just to simmer a bit more. We're also going to add some thick soy sauce, guys, just a dab of that. Once again, mix everything. And now that we're about 3.5 minutes in the searing, the sauteing of this vegetables, it's time to add the next components. We've got half a cup of beef bone broth. We're just going to add that. It's really going to add to the flavors. Now guys, you can use chicken broth, whatever you want to. And we're also going to add a nice beer. You could add a dark beer. We just don't have a dark beer on hand at the moment. But these guys are going to really mingle and make a beautiful dish at the end of the day. We just want to simmer this for another 30 seconds before we add our beef shanks. Guys, I like to take some of this broth, this mixture of sauce, and just throw it over our beef shanks. And if there's some vegetables staying on top of these beautiful cuts of meat, that's not a problem at all. Next, we want to throw some sprigs of thyme. Just going to do that. Be generous. There you go. There's quite a few, but it's going to really add to the flavor. Now guys, this is low and slow from here on in. So you could either use your oven in your kitchen at about 200 degrees Celsius, or what we're going to do, we're going to move over to the Weber. We're going to do indirect heat, and that's going to give us an oven situation. We're going to aim for 200 degrees Celsius, leave it there for the next 2 hours. See you guys in a bit. We're on our last 30 minutes of cooking time for the beef shanks, the Osso Bucco. So what we're going to get ready now is our polenta. Now polenta is gluten-free, just a fun fact for you guys. So for you guys that want to make sure that you don't get gluten in, it's a very good option. We're going to start with 3 cups of water. Then we're going to get that to boiling point. We're going to add 1 cup of polenta and just stir it gently. You're just going to introduce it slowly so that you eventually get the cup in there. And guys, we're looking for a very smooth, soft, silky consistency, and therefore we're just going to stir it for about 2 to 3 minutes. We're going to let it simmer on medium heat for the next 15 minutes, might even take 20 minutes, and then the magic's going to happen. As you guys can see, that's beautifully roasted. Don't be shy, use the whole garlic, as you need to remember that this garlic is very sweet because it's been roasted, so not to worry that it's too strong. Next, you just want to work it a little bit. There you go, just to get it a little bit mushy. And that's the consistency what we're looking for right there. Have a look at that. We're going to introduce our garlic, roasted garlic, nice chunk of butter, and some thyme, just to add a little bit to this polenta and make it beautiful. Also going to add a little bit of salt, and lastly some pepper. You can see the butter's really melting. This is going to be beautiful. So guys, now all you want to do is just mix all of those beautiful components together, and you're going to have one amazing bowl full of polenta. So much flavor that's going to come out of here. This is looking brilliant. We're going to let this simmer for another 5 minutes once it's all nicely dissolved, and then it's ready to dish up. Right guys, it's been 2 hours 20 minutes, and now it's time to take this Osso Bucco, this beautiful dish that we have here today, off the Weber. Osso Bucco has come home, boys. 2 hours, 20 minutes, and this looks fantastic. But you know what? I wish you guys could smell it as well. Let's have a look at these guys. Look at that. This is amazing. Definitely a winner. But you know that we have to taste it. We have to make sure that it's pretty good. I'm sure it is. Let's do that. Now that we removed the butcher's twine, this is the hardest part. Getting these guys out in perfect condition. It's all about what it looks like. Not really. It's all about what it tastes like. Right, let's get some polenta. That's the consistency that you're looking for. Look at that. Beautiful. A little bit of that goodness there. There we go. That's exactly what we're after. Guys, this looks amazing. Wow. Look at that, guys. Just look how that just breaks off. Let's get some of that stuff on there. Polenta, all of that. Beautiful. Boys and girls, have a look there. That looks amazing. It's tender as you cannot believe. Time to taste it. Wow. This is a go-to meal. Boys and girls, well worth the wait, the cooking time. It's brilliant. I taste the garlic. It's a little bit of sweetness in there as well. I like the jalapenos. It is fantastic. This is something you guys have to try. If you guys have tried it before, please comment below what's your recipe. If you haven't, go try this out. This is brilliant. Guys, as always, you know the story. If you like what you're doing, like, share, subscribe. Enable those notifications so you get notified as soon as we upload a new video. Thanks for watching. We cannot do it without you. We'll see you on the next one. Amazing. Wow.